रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपिका गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांता स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चाते देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि श्री गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So Hare Krishna dear devotees, so now we are entered, couple of days back we have entered into the new chapter where we can see the success in his practice of Dhruva Maharaj, and he got what he wanted or what he's been guided by his spiritual master Srinath Muniji. And as you can see, the person who strictly follow the instruction and the order of the spiritual master, so the success is not very far. It is completely right there in the corner. It is just a matter of a time, sincerity and the determination of a spiritual practitioner here, and that helps us to understand in our spiritual practice how we should be doing it without any mental speculation or without any delay. He just got the darshan of the Lord within the 6th month, and not even that, he was so determined to achieve that. And now after having this practice of Ashtanga Yoga, which is only, or it was only allowed in bygone ages, especially in a Satya Yuga time, where people have time, people have very strong in their mind, they were very strong in their determination, in their goal to achieve whatever they want to achieve, such as materially and spiritually. Materially, we can see the example of the demon in Canto 7, Hiranyakashipu. He was so determined for millions and millions of years. He was just practicing just to get the material benefit and power. And what to speak about when people were so spiritually strong. And spiritually, we can see the determination of Dhruva Maharaj, how he was keen. He left everything aside. He doesn't, even though he was the son, he was the prince of the whole world, and his father Uttanapad, he was the king, he was the emperor actually of the whole universe, and he doesn't have to do all these things, but because he was so determined to defeat the property, the opulence of his father, that he just went to the forest. And when he went to the forest, as we know, he was being blessed by the Lord. The Lord sent him his pure devotee Narada Muni, and now his bhakti has been completely matured. And when the bhakti been completely matured, then we definitely see the Lord face to face. And the same thing happens in the case of Narada Muni in Canto 1, when Narada Muni was explaining about his previous lifetime, when his student Vyasdev, when he asked Narada Muni ji, how did you become Narada Muni? Then he opened up all his discussion that I was the son of a maid, and we didn't know who was my father, but my mother, she was completely engaged in the service of the sadhus, and they blessed me. And when my mother passed away untimely or by the fortune of the Lord, so I was left alone. I went to the forest, and I heard, and I took the darshan, a small glimpse of the Lord, but he was trying to look again, but the voice came in the sky, and he says, you cannot see me now because your spiritual life, your devotional service is not fully matured yet. So in this lifetime you cannot see me. What you have to do, you need to keep going with your practice. When the right time will come, then I will give you my darshan. And the same thing happened with Dhruva Maharaj. He just followed the instruction of his guru, and he was performing Ashtanga Yoga. The Lord, he was meditating within his heart, the four-handed form, as we have just read in text number 1 and text number 2 of this beautiful chapter, that his meditation broke because he was meditating for so many days, on the Paramatma form. So actually the Ashtanga Yoga is not all about gymnastic and doing exercises and putting your body into shape. It is more than that. It is completely spiritual, connecting yourself, because any type of yoga, if you say karma, jnana, and Ashtanga Yoga, ultimately all this yoga has a connection to take the darshan of the Lord, to understand the form of the Lord. Even though we know that absolute truth is being understood in three aspects: Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, and Bhagwaneti. Okay, so because he was guided by a pure Vaishnava, Dhruva Maharaj, he did follow Ashtanga Yoga and he was meditating on a Paramatma realization. But suddenly his Ashtanga Yoga becomes so mature, fully ripe, that the form he was meditating within his heart, the same form appeared in front of him in a personal form. As you can see, that came as a Bhagwan realization. Bhagwan realization means complete personal form of the Lord, and he starts seeing the same form which he was meditating in his heart as the same four-handed form in front of his. He just broke his own meditation and he opened his own eyes and he says, "But where is that form gone?" As soon as he opened his eyes, he just saw the same form right there, and by seeing the Lord face to face, as you can see, on the time, place, and circumstances, as we know, in different yugas, different pastimes, and either in Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga, as we can see, those spiritual practitioners strictly has followed the rules and regulations and the instructions of their spiritual master. They have completely seen the Lord face to face. It's not that Lord has no personal form. He has a personal form, and it is the ultimate form to be meditated upon. Even 6.47 Bhagavad Gita, Lord say, Yogi Nam api sarvesham mad gatena antar atmana shraddhavan bhajte yoma samayuktatmano mata. All the yogis, the best yoga is to meditate upon me. And this is chapter talks about Ashtanga Yoga in Bhagavad Gita, and same thing was happened to Dhruva Maharaj. When he saw that, and what happened, Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport that the Ashta Sattvika Bhava, the Ashta Sattvika Vikar start showing. He was unable to speak, okay, and he was unable to see the Lord because his eyes were filled with the tears of love. And he was not even able to see. Whatever trying to see, his eyes were blurred, but into that blur eyes, he can see the form of the Lord in such a way that he was trembling. He was perspiring, he was trembling, his voice got flattered, and his hair stands upon. And the Acharyas gives a proper detail. It says with stamba. Stamba means stunning, paralyzed. He became completely paralyzed, like a just like a stone. If you read in Canto 10, whenever Lord Krishna comes out or comes out from the cow herding in the evening, and whoever sees that beautiful form, either the animals such as cows, trees, or birds, what to speak about the human, they become stunned. Wherever they are, they don't move it, and they become frozen. And that's what happened to him. He just completely got frozen by see the darshan of the Lord. So it's one of the transcendental emotion. And the next question is Sweda. Out of spiritual ecstasy, he start prospering. But if you see all this Ashtashatvika Vikar, which I'm going to explain, this all happens to us. But this all happens to us materially, not spiritually. We become stunned when we hear any kind of a bad news. Oh, something going to be happen, war going to start. Then we become stunned. And we start prospering also. Oh no, I'm going to lose all my property. The missile will come, the bomb will come. It will, fall on my, house or in my property, on my car. So we can also get all these symptoms, but our symptoms are completely material. But here you can see the symptom. This belongs to transcendental things. And romancha means horripilation. The hair stands on the body. If you see something astonished, if you like. Some of my friend, when they used to go to shopping center just to hang around, when they see any kind of a Bollywood star or anyone coming into that shopping center to promote their film, by seeing them, because that's their favorite superstar, Bollywood star, their hair stands on that. So, but here, Dhruva Maharaj stands here, I mean, his hair got stand just by seeing the darshan of the Lord. And Swara Bheda, Swara Bheda means your voice got fumbling, flattering, stammering, and he was not able to offer his prayers. And later on, we will find out how Lord Vishnu, he touches his conch shell on the head of Maharaj Dhruva, and by touching that spiritual connection, Dhruva Maharaj started reciting all these beautiful shlokas in Sanskrit, like all those prayers. And actually, he has never been to any schools and colleges to learn all these Sanskrit shloka, but by being perfected in his devotional service and blessed by the Lord, all the jnanas automatically come within the heart, as we can see in the case of Brahmaji also. Lord Brahma, when he was first appeared in the material world to do his service from the navel of Garbha Dakshai Vishnu, he was completely bewildered and he doesn't know what he has to do. But he heard the word of somebody in the air that is called tapa. Then he has to do the austerity. Then he started doing austerity. When his austerity became fructified or matured, and then the Lord gave him the darshan, and he shook hand with him, and when he shook hand with him, then he blessed him, and all the knowledge automatically appeared in the heart of Brahmaji. And especially here we can see the same knowledge being appeared in the heart of Dhruva Maharaj, and same knowledge also appeared in our life also. So as much as we can sharing or doing sincere service to the Lord here. So that means if these things can happen to them, then it does happen to our life, as we can see. And the amount of our sincere service we do either in the temple or to please our spiritual master or our previous acharya, we can see those devotees, they were not able to do well in their material education, but they are very well versed in the spiritual knowledge. They can just sit on the Vyasasana and they can preach those people, those who are only well qualified materially but not in spiritually. So it is just a matter of our sincerity and determination. If he pleases our acharya and if the Lord is being pleased, so all this knowledge, it automatically appears in our heart. And then trembling, and we can see, when we see something beautiful, then we start trembling it. And then loss of the color, which means Bevarna means that a person fade his color by seeing something. But now Dhruva Maharaj also been into spiritual ecstasy, he start fading his color. We also fade when we get paralyzed or when we get pilia. I don't know what to say in English, I forgot the name. Like if you get any kind of disease. Jaundice, yes. When we get jaundice, and then we can see our brown body or a fair body or a black body turned into yellow. It means somebody has just put the turmeric on our body. Usually we just put the turmeric during the marriage ceremony on the boy and a groom, but due to our material disease, we just turned into yellow. But in the case of here, Maharaj Dhruva, he also turned, we don't know which color he turned into, but that color was completely transcendental and spiritual. And then Ashru, as I said, he just seeing the Lord, and his eyes got filled up with tears, and he was not able to see the Lord clearly. He was just wiping out, again and again. And we can see when we go to Dham, Mayapur, Vrindavan, even though I have seen it many times, whenever I have been traveled to Dham, Puri, Mayapur, Vrindavan, and whenever I see, I don't have tears in my eyes whenever I see the Lord, but I see the local people, even the people, those who come from foreign countries, some of the, Mataji especially, whenever they see the Lord, immediately you can see the tears comes through their eyes, side by side. Then I just always feel, I say, so why don't I have all these tears in there? Because they have been separated from the Lord, can't see the Lord, only just seeing on YouTube and internet. But when they see actually live doing the deity darshan of the Lord bless them with those emotions. So those really emotions are really important to understand, that our heart is getting softer and softer day by day. Otherwise, if the tears are not coming by seeing the Vaishnava, the tears are not coming by hearing the pastimes of the Lord, and the tears are not coming by seeing the Lord, that means still our heart is steel framed, and still we need to do a lot of hard work to do a sincere chanting, hear properly every single word, and do nice service to the Lord, which makes sense, which must be meaningful and fruitful, so everybody get pleased by that. And definitely the last one is paralyzed fainting. Some people, if you see in the case of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when we read CC, whenever Lord sees any kind of an ocean, the river, the pond, he start meditating, oh, there must be Yamuna, that must be Ganga, and he got fainted. And he went to Puri and he saw some kind of a hill. He understood, oh, this is Govardhan, and he started running, start jumping, and he got fainted. Then his limbs becomes loose, then he shed tears, he became fainted, and many other things happens. And whenever we read CC, we can see all those Ashtasattvika bhav we can see in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and many other Vaishnavas. But by seeing the situation which we call time, place and circumstances, the pure Vaishnava, they do not show all these symptoms, even though they are having in their life publicly, because people will take it very, very cheaply. If you can see, in India, many people, they take their deities or they dress up in such a way that they are exactly showing those Ashtasattvika bhava, but they are completely not for the public show off. This is your private emotion, and the private emotion will be kept secretly, only just to be shown when you cannot even control all these things. And Mahaprabhu, many times he was trying to control his emotion publicly. In Madhya Leela in chapter 22, 21, if you just read out there, many times his Vaishnava, they gave him advice that Mahaprabhu, please, you can go out of Vrindavan, because whenever you come and see Vrindavan or any kind of a Leela Sthali, whenever you see, because you are in the Radha Bhav already, we have understood that you have come as a Mahaprabhu in a Radha Bhav. So whenever you see any kind of a Leela Sthali between Radha and Krishna, you go so emotional, you don't even see the public appearance, and you start showing your Ashtasattvika Vikhar, and many people, they get afraid and they get scared. So Mahaprabhu sometimes has to close, he has to hold himself. But the spiritual ecstasy it's so completely transcendental and independent, it just comes out automatically. It doesn't even see the time, place and circumstance. A person loses his time, that whether he has been slept or not, whether he has been eaten or not, whether is he wearing clothes or not. I mean, completely lost. We can see in the case of gopis also. Whenever gopis hear the flute of Lord Shri Krishna, they really forget whether they have put the eyelashes on or something they just put on their face, on the body, whether they are properly dressed or not. They just forget everything and they run towards Lord Shri Krishna to take his darshan or to just be with him. So these things are not really cheap. These things are like a quality. It has been earned. It's been said that respect is not been asked, it's been earned. So these are all kind of a spiritual ecstasy. It's been earned. It's been earned through our sincere devotional service, been our maturity. So as soon as our bhakti becomes mature, it automatically comes. We should not be showing off publicly or in front of few Vaishnavas just to show them, oh, I'm just shedding my tears, so they should know I'm just crying for the holy name. No, we are not crying for the holy name. We are crying for our material desire. It's not been fulfilled. I've seen many people getting their harmonium, their instrument, music instrument, coming to the Lord and crying in front of the Lord. And they are crying, they are crying because they have lost the job, they have lost their partner, they have lost the property, they have lost so many things. And other people take it, oh, because he's singing for the Lord, maybe he's just crying on the holy name. No, he's not crying for the holy name. One time, one fellow in Vrindavan, Srila Prabhupada gave lecture and he was doing kirtan, and one of the local person, he would just start rolling, tearing off his dhoti, kurta, and tears and other stuff. And then some of the Vaishnava thought, oh, maybe he's just showing Ashtasattvika. Prabhupada says, no, he's just cheating, just kick on his head. If somebody kicks on your head and you don't feel the pain, so that means you are on your Ashtasattvika Vikar. So Prabhupada is a pure Vaishnava. He knows very well, to whom to show all these things. And same thing happened to Srila Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj, when many times we have heard the pastime from other Vaishnavas also, whenever he gives Bhagavatam. One time there is a nice story there. and I have read in the book called When a Good Fortune Arises by Madhva Nanda Prabhu. Yeah, I think that's him. He's the author. He says that Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj, he was giving Srimad Bhagavatam in Odisha, Bhubaneswar, where the temple is, and he was so ecstatically went into the pastime of the Lord. And when he finished the Bhagavatam, and when he stood up, and as soon as he stood up, there was a cobra, a snake. He was just lying Maharaj's lap. So as soon as Maharaj got up, that cobra fell, and that cobra went away. So it was saying that even the cobra came and he sat into the lap of Maharaj, and he was hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Even the audience, they didn't even notice that when the cobra came, from where the cobra came, and where it sat, and where it went away. So Maharaj said, do not beat him, let him go, because he is also a Dhamvasi. We don't know who they are. Even if he could have to harm him, he could have harmed him. No, because he just said, we don't know for how long he said. So we can say, otherwise when we hear the name of the cobra, cobra is here in the room, we don't even dare to go into the house, what to speak about to go into the room. But here the cobra came and sat into the lap of Maharaj. He just heard the Bhagavatam class. So this type of a symptom, many sadhus in our Hare Krishna movement, they have shown, and some are going through, but they don't show it openly. They do not amplify or project on Facebook, Instagram, because this is a private thing. And here Maharaj, Dhruva, he has done it. So the lesson is, we should have to be very, very sincere and wait for the patient, be patient. In NOI, Nectar of its section says, Utsahan Nishya Dharya Tat Karma Parvartanat Sangha Tyaga Satorveti Shabir Bhakti Prasiddhyati. So we need to be very, very patient, because the valuable things takes time. If you see all the dry fruits, macadamia, avocado, whether cashews and everything, if you see all these fruits, why they are so costly? Because they take time to fructify. And whoever eats it has a lot of minerals, vitamins, lot of many other things are there which nourishes our body. And anything which takes times, it has a value. So we should not just wait in a 20 years, 30 years or 40 years to show or to have all these symptoms. It's up to our sincerity. Whenever we can have it, it will come automatically. And when it comes, so we need to hold it to ourselves, not to show it publicly. Okay, I'll stop here, and 4 minutes to go. If anybody would like to add anything or ask any question or any correction, please go ahead. Thank you. Mataji, your voice is breaking up. I don't know, it's me or it's
No. Maybe much.
But if you have any question, you can send it on a chat box. I can just look up into the chat box. Or if you have appreciation, I may take it offline whenever you meet. Yeah. Okay, if there is no question, no adding, no subtracting, so Matavati Prabhuji, should we close it, or how's that?
Okay. We would like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day and week ahead. And we would like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare.
Shri Nrsimha Jai Nrsimha Jai Jai Nrsimha Pralatesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringam Ugravira Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatomukam Narsingam Bhishana Badram Mritya Mrityum Namamiyam. Nrsimha Bhagwan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the Samar Vaishnavas, Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhayo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Vaishnavinda ki jai. Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. God Premanande.
Hari Hari
Hari Hari Hari
Bol.
Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Nice class. Thank you. Hari Bol.
Saraswati Prabhuji for making my
everyone.
session yesterday. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.